I wanted it to be fully a place that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So I turned the front of the shop into a juice bar / cafe.
Yes, yes.
So it's closed off, and when you walk in, you're not even sure if you're in a barbershop because you're actually in the cafe. And we sell coffee, teas, juices, and smoothies to our customers.
Yes.
So we also now have a nail tech. I try to get people, entrepreneurs in there who do nails or massages or waxing. I try to have other things in there for our male clients. We do have female clients as well. We're just majority men, but we basically want men and women in the community to come into a place and to feel like this is their place. This is home.
Right.
This is a stress reliever. And I think because that's always been my intention, you could actually feel that when you come in. Because people have told me over and over again, yo, the vibe is nice in here.
It definitely
feels good in here. Yeah. Like, I like it in here. And nothing's happened. People just walk in and be like, I don't know. I love it in here. So, you know, I decided to stop calling it just a barbershop because it's more than that.
Yeah.
And yes, like you said, we do events. People have asked me to rent the space out, so I do. I let other entrepreneurs who want to throw brunches and who want to teach classes. We've had lash classes, makeup artists come teach classes. We've had, you know, some people interested in teaching mixology classes.
Right.
So most popular is the pop-up shops. Yeah. I host my own pop-up shops, but other people have rented the space to do pop-up shops as well. So it is a huge space. We have a backyard that we're working on turning it into a lounge for the summertime. And yeah, that's the shop right there. 100 grand barbershop. Health and Wellness Barbershop is located at 1012 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York on Fulton Street.
Yeah.
I love Fulton Street.
Yeah,
yes. Fulton Street is my street.
That's my street.
Hello. So let's talk about how you followed in your grandmother's footsteps.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing.
So it's so funny. She was a barber. Wow. And it was so not normal.
Right, exactly.
Especially in that time. Yes. My grandmother passed when I was 10, and I was living with her in Salinas, California. Yes. So it's like I remember going with her to the barbershop, and I remember saying, Grandma, we call her Mima. Mima, you cut men's hair? You know, I remember that, but I didn't remember that until I went to barber school.
Wow.
I went to barber school in 2009. Just because I didn't have my kids with me. I was working for traffic NYPD, writing parking tickets. My mom said she would take the kids and keep them while I get on my feet and work this job. And I just knew I had to do something. And I remember walking down the street with one of my coworkers, and she said, you know what? Don't retire from here. Go back to school, get you your own business, and leave this place. Yeah. And so I thought about it long and hard, and it was between cosmetology, and then I found this barber school, and it was only 6 months, and I was like, bet, that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Once I joined barber school, everybody kept saying, you're just like your grandmother. You're just like your grandmother. And I was like, the hell are they talking about?
Right.
And then
I
didn't remember because it had been so long. But when it came back to me, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because
that's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We pass things down and don't even realize it.
Yeah. That got me thinking, like, what's going to happen with me?
I know, right? You never know.
Never know.
You never know who was doing what you was doing in your bloodline. You know what I'm saying?
I need to go do my ancestry test and figure out who was doing music, who was on the microphone, who was singing back then. Somebody.
And if you the first one, then trust me, somebody after you is gonna do it too.
Oh, trust me. All my little cousins see me, and they think I'm the one they have to come to, like, for music. They're like, Ebony, I just got a new song. Ebony, what do I do for this? Ebony, where do I go to perform? And I got like 3 cousins, all male, all want to pursue music, and they're all in different states.
You're amazing. You're like naturally confident. That's not something that people have. Like, you just like so easygoing. I had no idea you did music, and then when I seen you, I was like, oh, she just do this like she does this. Like, this is what I do in my sleep you know, like it's nothing. So
I'm mad chill. Like the same way you say you dress and you chill, you got on sneakers, you got on a hat, oversized clothes, don't care. I just walk down the
like sweatpants.
People in my hood, they see me, I'm just chilling all the time. Like I'm chilling unless I got an event or I gotta come here and they wanna get cute or do something like that. But other than that, I'm dressed regular, just walking by, hey Ev, hey Ebony. And that's it.
And then when it comes to those bars, though, you turn up.
I turn up with the bars. I turn up on the microphone. I turn up posting. I turn up in everything that I do because I do this with a passion. I love what I do. This makes me happy. I'm grateful for every opportunity that I have. And I'm just ready to be great because I know it's going to happen. Yep. So I guess we say it's confidence because I do know it's going to happen. I just don't know when it's going to happen.
I think quiet confidence is sexy.
Yeah, because I wouldn't call myself confident. Well, I am, but not like a huge confidence. I feel like
but your confidence is kind of like sneaky or a little mysterious. It's like, where the hell all of that come from?
Yeah,
but it's just
freaky confidence. Like if you're a sexy guy, and I'm like, ooh, then that's when a little freak in me comes.
Oh my goodness!
You probably wasn't even talking about that. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mama. Mama, sorry. I'm so sorry. Dang.
It's okay.
Music. Oh my God, play something.
No, it's okay. She all about you. That is so funny.
But I'm very chill. I don't think I'm a shy person. You know what? I guess people get the confidence side, but I'm actually very shy. Very, very shy, but it's like certain places where I know I have to be confident, where I know I have to speak up, where I know I have to gain that confidence and just go for it because this is what I'm chasing. So I may be like really shy, like, oh my God, I don't want to ask this person if they do music right now, or I don't know if I should ask this person to do a song.
But you know, it's funny because to me, confidence comes from accomplishments.
Yes.
When you set your mind to do stuff and you do it, you always feel good. Even it doesn't matter how small it is. If you cleaned your room, you'd be like, yeah. What? If you got through the laundry and actually folded them and put them away, you feel strong. Yo, I killed it. So it's like when you start doing stuff and you put your mind to it and you start manifesting stuff and you see it come to fruition, it puts a different type of confidence in you.
I was just talking about manifestation today, just like writing it out or creating a vision board or just saying.
Let's do a vision board party.
I was just saying I'm gonna do a vision board party. So now Bam Bam was definitely gonna do a vision board party.
Yes.
You ready, Bree? You ready, vision board party.
Yes.
And we may throw some yoga in there. And maybe we could do a little open mic or something like just put on some instrumentals and just go walk and feel the vibe.
I'm loving it.
Yes. Maybe bring some food. I'm loving it. Yes. So let's speak about you being born in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
How did you being born in Springfield?
It's been a long time.
Been a long time since I met you.
I love Springfield. It shaped me because it's so funny because here in New York,
it's very different.
It's very different.
That's what I'm asking.
And a lot of people don't know that I was a gangster.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know I was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I was outside fighting.
Yeah.
You know, selling a little weed here and there. I was like, I was a mess.
It's okay, it happens.
But it was different. It's definitely different in smaller community. And if you've ever been somewhere else, like Atlanta or North Carolina, you realize that people are kind of like just in a bubble. New York, the bubble, there's many bubbles inside of a huge bubble. You know, like people who never left the projects, they've been there all their life, they live in a certain bubble in a certain mindset. So it was like that, you know, coming to New York was definitely a culture shock in the beginning. And learning, I worked for traffic, writing parking tickets, you know, so nobody liked me back
nobody
then.
likes you if you ran traffic tickets.
But I tell you, that was a crash course in how to be a New Yorker. I learned how to curse people out. I learned how to just talk a lot of shit.
So what? Let's get you a ticket. Here you go.
Yeah, like the first time I wrote a ticket, the guy was like, I hope you and your mother get cancer. Yeah, the white people were ruthless. Yeah, I remember this white Russian guy said, you nigga.
Some white
and I said to him, you a nigga.
Right.
And he was shocked.
I was working and this white person going to tell me, you don't belong here. I said, excuse me? I said, say that again. They walked away.
Well, you know, when white people tell me you don't belong here, I love to tell them that they can't stay in the sun. You don't belong under the sun.
Right.
You don't belong in the daylight.
Hello.
You don't belong at the beach.
Burn, bitch.
No, only if they come at. I don't have a problem with white people, but when they come at me, when those type of white people come at me, I say those type of things to hurt them. I weaponize the truth.
Yes. So you also partner with the Department of Homeless Services.
Oh,
and
yes.
You give out free haircuts, which is so
yes, and I still
do need a clap for that, giving out free haircuts. That's amazing. And you did that also. Was it during the pandemic or was it just for?
I'll tell you. So I was in traffic 2009. I went to barber school during that time.
Yeah.
Right, and I graduated 2009. And I started cutting hair in a barbershop. So I was doing both. I was writing tickets, cutting hair. But I hated my job at that point. I had been there 4 years, and I was like, oh, my gosh, I hate this place. And I eventually quit my job to be a full-time barber. Yeah. Now, it wasn't like paying all of the bills, and I had car notes and insurance. But this guy came into the barbershop one time and said to me, you know, where you can learn how to really cut hair and get a lot of practice is at the shelters. Now, when I moved here to New York, I lived in a shelter. So I lived in a shelter, and it was such a good experience for me. I know everybody's experience in the shelters is not the same, but my experience was life-changing. So as soon as he said that, my mind wouldn't even let me sleep. Like I kept waking up thinking about it. And so I started my first business called the Confidence Initiative. Yes. And I called Department of Homeless Services and I told them where I started, what shelter I lived in. Yes. I told them what I wanted to do. And I met with this guy named Antonio Rodriguez, who's still my guy to this day. And he plugged me in with all of the directors of the shelters. Oh, wow. And so I went everywhere giving free haircuts from Staten Island to Queens, by the airport, wherever there was a shelter. And a lot of these places you wouldn't know where a shelter, but I was there cutting hair for hours, standing up for hours, cutting hair. So I started going to this barber school to recruit people and have them come and help me. Yeah. And that's how I ended up getting a job at the barber school and being the first Black female instructor working for ABI.
Yes. Go on.
But yeah, and so I did that for a long time until I got the lease to my first location. Yeah. When I got the lease to my first location, I couldn't really balance it out. But now, still to this day, because of my relationship with Antonio, we basically, they can still come to the shop and get a free haircut if like their director lets me know and they come in with proof. So there are people that still come to the shop. If they say, hey, I'm from the shelter, they get a free haircut.
Nice. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is so amazing. And you give free haircuts to like, I know sometimes you give giveaways and stuff like that.
Yes. So we recently did, our friend Zenobia had me pull up for a Christmas giveaway at a public school in Brooklyn. And they gave away gifts and I gave away haircuts. Oh. Yeah. We couldn't do it at the school, but we definitely reached out to the families and stuff like that and scheduled some haircuts. So yes, I love to give back. That's just part of my nature. Yeah. I think when not to get all deep, but I just think that when you love God and you love God's people, you tend to be generous.
Talk about it. Yes. That's a fact. So let's go a little bit back to being in the barbershop. How did it feel? Being the only woman inside of the barbershop.
Well, that's why I always be begging Bree to come by. Yeah, come by, please. It's okay because I'm used to being around men. I was actually, I'm a guy's girl. Like I always had guy friends, never really had a lot of female friends, but I definitely had a lot of guy friends. I have a lot of brothers. I grew up with my brothers. So it's easy for me to be around men. I actually say if you're a man and you don't get along with me, there's something wrong with you. Right. But it's fine. Sometimes it's not even being in a barbershop. I could be in a barbershop just as a barber, being the boss of a barbershop and being someone who has to be in charge while dealing with men can then be complicated. Yeah. But I'm okay. I'm tough. I've learned to be tough.
Yes.
Men have taught me to be tough and then they want me to be feminine. It's confusing.
Very confusing. Which one is it?
Right. Don't want me to be feminine and then, be rough,
You want me to be a thug, or you want me to show you some love? Which one is it?
They respected both, honestly. It's a balance because, well, the good thing is that after all the many years and all the trials and errors, I have a team that is really, I've been open almost 7 years. Yeah. June will be 7 years that 100 Grand has been in existence. Yeah. So we just had a new location, a much bigger one. But I finally have a team where they just really ride for me. Yeah. Like even today, we have a new girl that's cutting hair. She just graduated. I met her because she came to one of my barber classes, and she started working there. And she had her first booking this morning. Now I put all of my barbers on a group chat. She had her first booking this morning, and when she booked, the other barbers made sure she was there. Now, they made sure they were there to help her. One of the barbers woke up late and he said, "Hey, did your customer come?" And the other barber said, "Yeah, but I'm here with her. She's doing good. I'm watching her." And he was like, I ran late, but I'm on my way. Take pictures."
Nice. Hello.
What? Yo, when I saw that text thread, I was like, what?
That's the team.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the energy that people feel when they come in here. Yeah. Like, we family here. We ain't coming with no bad energy. Right. Nobody's jealous. Right. Nobody's hating. Right. Nobody's trying to hold you back. We all trying to grow.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's all about growth and elevation.
Right. So sometimes what I've learned is that you got to find your tribe and you got to wait for it. And sometimes you even got to pray for it. Yes. Like, God, send me those people who belong with me, who will help me get to where we need to go, that'll appreciate what I have to offer, but also contribute.
Yes.
Yes,
that's where I'm at. I'm trying to build my team in the process of. I have a team right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're together. We're moving strong. I'm just making sure everything goes smooth, and hopefully there's no.
Well, you know what I tell people now, like entrepreneurship has its struggles. Like
I had a team before.
Yeah, if you don't struggle, then you're not in the right. You're not going the right direction. Like it has to happen. It's a part of the story.
Mm-hmm. Always a part of the story.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna get there.
Definitely, you're gonna get there. You're already there.
Don't say that. I'm trying to get there, girl.
You got your barbershop. You're doing your thing, girl.
Thank you.
Female instructor. You know what? You got your thing on. Anything that you would like to promote or speak about?
We have a Valentine's Day pop-up shop coming up.
Yes.
That is going to be February 13th. So, right now we're looking for vendors. The tables are filling up. But, the pop-up shops are always dope because it's small businesses. Right. Most of the time it's women coming out, bringing their candles that they made in their crib, their desserts, their chocolate covered strawberries, their women clothing, the stuff that they make in their own home, and they setting up tables. So I think pop-up shops are really, really dope because it gives people an idea of what it's like to actually money over hand, like hand over fist, like you know what I'm saying? So that's that. We're looking to do a women's empowerment, which sounds kind of like what we could do
No, I'm doing one.
Right, exactly. The whole the vision board. Thank you. I was kind of trying to say calendar.
I did my feet go down like that. Let's come back up.
So we're working on a women's empowerment for March, since it's Women's Month, and then it's my birthday.
Hey.
So at the end, March 27th.
Because Aries is right
after Pisces,
and that's why it's a problem.
No, it's not. I love Pisces.
Yes, that's the problem.
What's the problem?
Love the Pisces.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. I had a best friend, and she's still my best friend. But I tried to stop being her friend so many times, and she wouldn't let me until I just was like, you're not that bad. Pisces be like, yeah, we're friends for life. You didn't know.
That's definitely a Pisces.
And once an Aries realizes that we're not like Leos. Leos are more lead with love. Aries are like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying?
But they once, love you. They love you with that. So I'm like, why you an Aries? Why you doing all that? I know you love me.
It's funny because
I
tell people that Aries and Cancers are the same sign, but the opposite. Because Cancers come across like, I love you. You love me. They friends with everybody, right? They love everybody. But they really be like, fight me. I dare you. Mess with me. It's a problem.
Right.
Where Aries comes across like, what do you want? I'll fight you. But please, love us.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Just threw that out there.
No, it's okay. My birthday's coming up. You know, you gotta pop out.
Yeah, popping out.
The 19th of February.
Hey!
Yes. I'm right on the crust.
I love
Aquarius / Pisces. But I just say I'm a Pisces. Don't be shaking your head over there. I'm a Pisces.
You give me Pisces energy, so
yeah.
I like it.
February 19th, Pisces all the way. Yes. So you gotta tell me we all spoke about our traumatic trials and tribulations, but let me know a time when you turned your pain into purpose.
I actually make that kind of a habit, and it's actually turning into self-love. Whenever I really feel a lot of pressure, I try to do things for myself.
Yes.
I really try to turn it into self-love because that actually builds me up and pulls me out. I would say a time where I turned pain into purpose. I don't know. It happens so often. Yes. I feel like being in this industry, being a barber, being a female barber, working with men and sometimes just difficult men, you know, and having emotions. It feels like a lot of times I'm always like kind of like being a phoenix. Like I rebirth myself all the time. Yeah. It's always like I'm rising from the ashes. Having a business feels like that. You make an investment. Sometimes that investment doesn't work. You know, you sometimes you feel like you're grabbing at straws or something. You're trying to, build something. But the pandemic was one felt like that. We had just opened our barbershop in December. Wow. And we were closed in March. Yeah. And then we closed until July. And my landlords still want their money. Right. And so even now, where it's like, dang, like I'm so grateful to still be open and to still be going because I don't know how I did it. Yeah. I really don't, other than God. Exactly, I say God. Because God actually agrees with my plan. That's how I feel. God said, when I got this location, I said to God, I said, you trust me? Yeah. Because I know what much given is much required. Yeah. So when I got it, I was like, wow, you trust me? And to still be open despite all of the challenges, people leaving, people trying to throw dirt on my name, make me seem like a bad person, just all of the stuff that I went through, to still be afloat. Because people do, unfortunately, there are people who probably would like to see me fail. Right. But the fact that I'm still here lets me know that God is in agreement with me. Yes. And He wants me to see this through. Always. So that's my pain to purpose. Yeah.
Now I'm just going to ask you, what's your purpose? Because I know that you said you want to bring the community together. I'm going to let you talk a little bit about it.
My purpose, I have two purposes. My personal purpose, is to live a life that represents God's influence in it. Because I am a young girl who grew up in Springfield, Massachusetts. Didn't have silver spoon. But from there to move to New York, to have the first and only health and wellness barbershop in New York, to be where I'm at, is only because of God. And everything that I do, I wanted to represent that because I know that's what He wants. I know that it has to be some type of an example so that people are aware that God is real and He's listening and He wants to be there for you. My business purpose is to have a place for the community, for men, for other barbers to come and to flourish, to just be the best versions of themselves, to leave feeling like they want to come back over and over again. So that's my purpose.
That to them.
Thank you.
You have the men come in there, you have the refresher, you have the little thing for the little spray for the beard, then get their line up right.
That's right, I'm nice.
Their haircut. I be seeing the picture, I don't be knowing the name of the haircut.
Yes.
Like fade or this.
Yes.
But I be seeing the pictures, I'm like, ooh, his beard look nice.
We offer hot towel services, facials.
Girl.
We do a lot. And we're not even expensive, and guys love
affordable.
It. We're funny, we're fun.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Make sure you guys pop out. Tell them the address. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them anything new that's going on. We're here with Yane, a.k.a. Barber Baddie, baby.
Yes, I'm Yane, a.k.a. Barber Baddie, and I'm the owner of the one and only health and wellness barbershop known as 100 Grand. And we're located at 1012 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York. When you walk in, just know you still walking in a barbershop, but yes, you walked into our juice bar, our cafe. You can order a juice or a coffee or a tea, a milkshake while you wait, or you could grab one on your way out while you're feeling great about your new haircut. We also have a new manicurist that's working with us. She's doing men's manis and petties, which have been like very successful in a matter of 2 weeks. She's only been there 2 weeks and she's been doing a great job. So thank you. Check us out. Pull up, stop by, and support.
Yes. Make sure you guys support her. The Purpose Radio Show and Podcast with Ebony J on S.STREET Media. Yes. What's your purpose?
Good.
Yay.
That was amazing.
Shout out to Matt. It was a great show.
Yes.